everyone. I'm George Jackson, executive producer and host of GovExec TV. Today's 5 questions are with this dream team from Deloitte. I've got Prachi Soni. She is Senior Manager for Geospatial Alliances at Deloitte. Ma'am, welcome.
Thank you.
And her colleague, Emma Pattiz, Senior Consultant, Deloitte, serving public sector clients. So Prachi, kick off for us here. Talk a little bit about some of the pressing needs that you see across your relatively broad portfolio.
Absolutely. And first of all, thanks for having us here. Let me just start with, before the needs, that what are some of the great things that are already in place. I think a lot of our clients are sitting on this gold mine of very rich data across multiple systems and sources. They also have some of the best-in-class researchers, planners, engineers, caseworkers in the space who are producing some amazing work. What they wish they had was a way to integrate all of these different data sets together to create better holistic view of insights that help them solve infrastructure challenges across, a much broader purview. That is a very pressing need and a consistent need across almost all the clients that we are currently working with.
Emma, one thing that we were talking about before we went on the air, not the flashiest part of your day-to-day work, but a really critical, important part is something called a consolidated data management platform. What is it? Why is it so important?
Yeah, as Prachi mentioned, most of our clients sit on a ton of really good data that is currently critical to their operations and planning programs. The challenge really is how they access that data, how they ensure that that data is up to date, is secure. So before we even get into trying to analyze the data or pull some of those insights from it, we work with them to make sure they have that data platform, that foundation, where it's consolidated, where it's clean, where it's ingested, and where they can all access it as easily as possible. From there, we can only go up.
So, Emma, educate our audience about the Google relationship as well. We're here at Pier 57, New York City, live and labs, and Deloitte is here clearly in force as evidenced by the two of you. What does that partnership look like between Deloitte and Google?
The partnership is really important. We wouldn't be able to deliver these platforms to our clients without it. We've been using the Google Cloud Platform to store all of that special data that they provide to us. It makes sure that those platforms are secure and accessible. We bring in Google data, like Google Maps data. And now we're also bringing in Gemini so that our clients can actually ask questions and derive AI insights from their data sources.
Looked like something resonated in there for you, Prachi.
Absolutely. I wanted to underscore, when we're talking about geospatial and infrastructure improvements, we can't get better than Google Maps data. That is just so critical to this entire ecosystem, like Google Maps and Waze. And in terms of the partnership, I feel we are so much better as a whole together because Google has, as I said, some of the best-in-class geospatial data sets. It has one of the best technologies when it comes to AI visualization. And what Deloitte brings into the partnership is integrating all these various technologies together and also our domain expertise in specific areas for the clients. And that's why, together with this complementary and supplementary capabilities that we bring to the table, we are able to deliver a lot more effectively and at a much larger scale. That to me is the highlight of our partnership.
Case studies where those deliveries are happening, I'm sure you have a very long list, but one that you wanted to specifically call out is Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority. Why? What's going on there?
Yeah, CTRMA is in a growing area of Texas. It includes Austin. There's a ton of economic development and population growth there. So the authority wanted to look into ways of both improving their operations as well as their customer experience. And so Google and Deloitte went in and together built a data management platform where now the agency can improve how they process toll transactions, how they communicate with customers, and also how they run processes internally using the same central data. Now, Google and Deloitte are going to start to build in similarly an analytics component where staff can ask Gemini questions of the data and plan for the future outside of just the present day operations.
Prachi, I want to talk about a tool specifically for a moment because it's really important to all of that infrastructure-based work that you and your colleagues have been doing.
Yeah.
Infrastructure Insights Pro. What is it? How does it work?
It is a platform that Google and Deloitte are co-developing. It is a GenAI-enabled geospatial platform that stitches together various technologies from Google, starting with cloud, maps data, Earth Engine, Waze data, Vertex AI, as well as it also integrates several third-party data sources, which are more specific to a client or that specific geography. And it stitches them all together, helps run AI on them to give us insights, actionable insights to various, all the different players in the ecosystem of a client. Those insights could help you take, those insights are real time. That's one of the key distinctions, that in the past it would take weeks, sometimes even months to figure out what is this data telling you. Versus now we can do it in hours, sometimes even minutes, give you very actionable insights that can lead to operational as well as infrastructure improvements. We are very excited, as I said, to just partner with Google to co-develop this and take it to several of our clients.
Give me a sense, Emma, and then I would like your take on this too, because I know that you serve different parts of the public sector, but where is that combination going to make a difference? This combination between GenAI, geospatial, and real-time insights.
Yeah, we're working with a client now in South Florida, an area that's going through rapid growth. And they want to understand the impacts of new developments on their travel demand, meaning they want to understand what happens to traffic if they're able to accommodate a whole new housing development. What happens not only to traffic, what happens to sort of quality of life measures? What happens to the community around the development? And then how can they actually mitigate against some of the negative impacts? If there is a significant traffic increase, how can they then build up their transit infrastructure to address that? By asking a series of questions of the platform, our partners in Florida are able to actually receive suggestions for what they can do proactively before this new development even occurs. So that's one example we've been working on recently.
Ma'am?
Yeah, I think very adjacent to that, we are also trying to solve for a lot of transportation-related challenges, specifically related to pedestrian safety and vulnerable road usage planning. This platform gives you, again, as I said, like real-time traffic insights across an entire city, which can tell you, as an example, like what are the areas that we are expecting congestion, and how could that, how do we take that into account as we plan for, say, major sporting events, for example, Olympics. Those are some of very real examples that this platform can help in terms of urban planning that spans transportation, that spans traffic, that spans urban planning, sports event planning. These are some of the 4 or 5 things at the top of the mind that I think it's very, very applicable to what we are trying to do.
Well, it's an exciting space. It's been even more exciting talking about it with Deloitte's dynamic duo, Prachi Soni, Emma Pattiz. Thanks to you both.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for tuning in. That was today's 5 questions. For GovExec TV, I'm George Jackson. Have a great day.